3, 2, 1, and action. What is up, Travels with Buddy Nation on the Travels with Buddy station? I hope the camera can pick us up from there because it's kind of situated kind of high, but I think it'll pick us up, right, Bud? I took Buddy for a walk today, and we got caught in the rain, but it was only about 40, it was in the like 42, 43 degrees, so it wasn't too bad, right, Bud? But we got some exercise. For today's video, I'm going to demonstrate some variations of the lat pull down, and I'm going to do wide grip, narrow grip, and I'm also going to do some variations of the sit-up, which is also a very important exercise. I notice when I do sit-ups, I usually raise my hips. A lot of people see that as cheating. Today I'm going to do some sit-ups where I actually raise my hips, but also where I keep my hips on the floor and just do the sit-up like that. And also I'm going to do some straight leg sit-ups where you keep your legs straight, which a lot of people don't do. I did those last week when I was working out, and I realized how effective that is for the lower abdominals is when you keep your legs straight. Most people, when they do sit-ups, they do sit-ups with their knees bent because they put their feet under something like a couch or something like that. And if your legs are straight, your toes are going to be upwards. You know what I'm saying? Like I would do sit-ups on my total gym, and I hook my feet under the bar, so I can actually do sit-ups with my legs straight, which it feels slightly different. It's actually, I don't know if it's more or less challenging, but it seems like it hits the abdominals from a different area, from a different angle. And it's probably an angle that a lot of people miss because every time they do sit-ups, they bend their legs. Not to say that's a bad way to do sit-ups, but if you do sit-ups with your legs straight, as I'll demonstrate, it does hit the abdominals from a different angle. Right, buddy? You getting all this, bud? And then when we're done working out, I'm going to make Buddy his supper. But for now, I'm going to demonstrate, I'm going to do my first exercise with the lat pull down. And Buddy, maybe I can take my 3 deep breaths with Buddy in my lap. I never did my 3 deep breaths in the mantra with Buddy sitting on my lap. So let me take the 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Say the mantra with Buddy on my lap. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I feel more relaxed already. And you know what? I think Buddy's more relaxed too. I think it affected Buddy, huh, Bud? Alright, so I'm going to do those exercises, and I'm going to put Buddy in the other room. Arrgh. And he can spot me from the other room. And I will start with a wide grip lat pull down. I'll start with a warm up. I got about 80 pounds on here, which isn't a lot of weight. And I'll do, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 reps or so. I'm not going to train really hard, but I just want to demonstrate the exercise and the variations of grips that you can do the lat pull down with. And depending on how you grip this bar right here, it hits the lats from different angles and the shoulders as well. So it's a very good machine to use. I'll start with a basic wide grip. I'll go for about 10 reps. Count along with me. Buddy screaming in the background. I'll see what he wants. But the exercise felt really great. I did 15. I didn't want to stop. It felt so good. I felt my lats pumping. Next, I'm going to do a narrow grip. And then I'll do exercise from a different angle. All right, next I'm going to do a few repetitions. I'm going to grab the bar from a different angle. And I'm going to do some pull downs with it. Grab it from like a more narrow grip, as you can see. Just do a couple of repetitions. A nice stretch. I got 15. I don't want to bump my head on that. But that exercise felt really good. And you can do it under grip too. When you grab your palms this way. Actually, I'll do one more. I'll just do a couple reps just to demonstrate. Doing the exercise like this really hits the biceps. With this exercise here, I got my palms facing me. It hits the back and the biceps really well. It's a really good exercise. All right, really feel that in the biceps. Really good exercise to do. If you have a lat pull down or if you have access to one in the gym, really good to train the back, biceps, and the lats. Really good exercises. You got to give it a try. Next, I'm going to do some sit-up variations that are very important, so make sure you stay tuned, work that core. All right, the first exercise I'm going to do is a basic sit-up. The way I usually do these is I get my hips involved. That way I work the glutes as well and the lower back. But I raise my hips up. And then I roll forward and do the sit-up. I'm just going to do a few reps just to demonstrate this exercise. Here, buddy. All right, let's do 15 just to warm up. The next one I'm going to do a sit-up just like that, except I'm not going to raise my hips. I'm going to keep my hips flat on the floor, which makes the exercise more, it puts more stress on the abdominals, but you're not working as much of your glutes and your back and the other part of your core, but it's more challenging for your abdominals. Okay, next I'm going to do a set of sit-ups, just keeping my back flat on the floor, which makes it more challenging for the abdominals. I'm going to do this exercise with my knees bent. Again, you can do this exercise with your knees, with your legs straight if you have something to put your feet under. I'll go for about maybe 10 or 15 repetitions. Count along with me. All right, I just did a set of 20. I didn't want to stop at 15 because I started feeling a nice burn and didn't really feel like stopping. But you notice how I didn't lift my back up off the floor and it put more stress on the abdominals. But it was better for the abdominals, but I didn't work like the core and my hips as much because I kept them flat on the floor. So it just depends on what you want to train. Whew. Okay, my final exercise I'm going to do is a sit-up with my legs straight. Now this is a good exercise you can do. You might have a partner hold your legs down. This is also an exercise I like to do on my total gym because I can hook my legs under the bar and I can do it like on an incline to add more resistance. But since I don't have anybody to hold my feet down, actually I could probably put Buddy on my feet. But you can also do these. I kind of like kick my body up. I'll keep my legs as straight as I can. And I'll go for about maybe 15 or 20 repetitions. I'm telling you, it's very important to do this exercise with your legs straight as well as your legs bent because it does hit a different part of your abdominals. So it's important to do this exercise with your legs straight as well. And I'll go about 15, 20 repetitions or so. Count along with me. I got 20 reps. And again, when your legs are straight or straighter and you're doing sit-up, you do feel it in a different part of your abdominals as opposed to having your knees bent when you're doing the exercise. But it's also nice, I like doing it on the total gym, but it's also nice if your feet are stabilized while you're doing the exercise, because that way there you don't have to really rock your body so much when you're doing the sit-up. Like I had to kind of like kick my legs out to get that momentum to sit up because I didn't have anybody to hold my feet down. The thing is, when your legs are straight, your toes are pointed up, and it's hard to stick them under something, you know, unless you have a special bar or something you can put under your foot to do the sit-up with. But remember, the straight leg sit-up is also very important to do, and it's just as much important as the bent leg sit-up. Remember, if you like these videos, make sure you subscribe to Travels with Buddy. Remember, keep training, keep taking those walks, and have an awesome day.